Yeah, fellas, Dwight here, longtime Browns fan. I want y'all opinion on this quarterback situation. Me personally, I think you might want to at least just take a look at Carson Wentz because the quarterback we got right now, he's putting me in cardiac arrest almost every game. He has 0 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. I think Carson Wentz might have had 3 touchdowns to 3 interceptions at least. But the man is not getting the job done to me. The rest of the team is, I just don't feel he is. What you fellas think?
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Carson Wentz is somebody I hadn't thought about. Still a free agent. There's probably a reason for that. What do you think of the quarterback situation moving forward? And we'll get into another name that we'll throw out there in a minute. But just, first of all, they have to figure out, and this is a mystery, what exactly is going on with Deshaun Watson's throwing shoulder?
Well, we haven't heard anything yet about the results of the MRI. So we don't know yet if it's status quo, if it got a little bit worse, if maybe it's better. We just don't know the answer to that yet. I have a feeling that if there was something on that MRI that were of great concern, that we probably would have heard about it by now. So, maybe it's not as bad as possibly feared. So, we might have to wait until tomorrow, see if Deshaun talks to us and reveals anything. But in terms of a quarterback, I would go out and I would try to find a veteran quarterback. You have to have a better backup than P.J. Walker. You have to have a better backup right now than DTR, who's going to be good, but he's probably not ready yet to handle some of these NFL defenses and what they would throw at him right at this time. So I would be out there trying to find whatever I could in the quarterback market, and either on the trade market or as a free agent. I don't think that they would go with Carson Wentz based on, you had Paul DePodesta at one point saying he's not a top 20 quarterback. The Browns traded down away from him. I don't know if I could see that necessarily happening. But, once again, all is fair in love and war. So stranger things have happened.
The other thing that a number of fans have asked about is Jacoby Brissett. Could you see, and again, there's talk that, Ron Rivera should start him instead of Sam Howell because Sam Howell's taken sacks at a historic rate. Could you see the Browns trying to reacquire Jacoby Brissett?
I just don't know that the Commanders would part with him. And, I don't, he would be perfect, I think, in that backup role. If you think Deshaun's going to make it the rest of the season for the most part, and you just need a really good, solid veteran backing him up, certainly Jacoby would be great in that role for a number of reasons. He's a great team leader. He's great for Deshaun. He's a great support system for Deshaun. But I don't know if Washington would be willing to part with him, as you mentioned. They might need him as their starter at some point. And it's just hard to say. Everybody would love to have Jacoby back because he's such a likable guy and he was so good for this team last year. But I don't know that that's in the cards.